gauntlet. Take a look at this scene from Friends. It can feel like you have to duck before being caught in a crossfire of perfume. Remember this with Joey? Well, if you know what to buy and how to wear it, it can be, in the words of Coco Chanel, the unseen, unforgettable, ultimate accessory of fashion that heralds your arrival and prolongs your departure. Sounds good, doesn't it? Arriving now to tell us all about it are the authors of Perfumes, the Guide, Luca Turin and Tania Sanchez. Nice to have you both here.
Nice to be here.
Thanks for having us.
Exhaustive research, 1,500 different types of perfume. I think Diane has tried the majority of the 1,500.
Our apartment is so full of them you can hardly move.
How do you know the difference between, let's say, we'll talk in layman's terms, toilet water, eau de toilette, and perfume?
Well, it's usually just a question of concentration. So eau de toilette is usually the weakest one. Then you have eau de parfum, which is a sort of in between. And then you have the parfum or perfume, if you want to speak English about it, which is usually the strongest concentration.
I love how you do that again, parfum.
Parfum.
Oh, that's it.
You can impress them in the store.
We saw in the episode of Friends, and you can liken everything back in life to a Friends episode, but Joey has the spritzer going. What is the best way, really, to sample perfume?
I think the best way is to spray it on a little smelling strip and just smell it in the beginning, go off somewhere, have a coffee, put it in the pages of a book.
Really?
And smell it throughout the day. But basically, you don't want to buy a perfume on the first 5 minutes. You want to make sure it's good.
It changes over time. Usually, you spray something on and you get what's called the top notes.
Right.
That's sort of the first 15 minutes. It's what evaporates the fastest. Those are usually fresh smells. And then after about half an hour or so, it starts to move into the real personality, which is called the heart note or the middle note. And that's really where you want to judge the fragrance. That's how it's going to smell for the long run.
Now, let's bust some myths here. Is it true? We always hear that it may smell different on a different person. That, you know, I might try something and then Diane will have it and it doesn't smell the same on us. Is that, or is that imagination or what?
We had a lot of argument about this because he used to think no way it smells the same on everyone. And I said, look, man, I have shopped with women. We put the thing on, it smells completely different. And what we figured out was that because of the way our skins are, some are oily, some are dry, some people are hot, some people are cold. And the first, again, 15 minutes or so, things do tend to smell really different on people, but after time they do converge, so you eventually get the same perfume. But those first 15 minutes can be very different.
And because we always see putting it here, putting it behind our ears.
Well, actually, a good place is inside the sleeves of the jacket or on fabric, so that every time you move, there's a little puff of perfume. On fabric.
I usually, actually, when I wear it on skin, I put just a drop here and drop there. People like to think of magazines are always coming with some esoteric place to put it, like behind the knees or the ankles, or again. But you know, the standard is pretty good. Or on clothes. If people complain that these things vanish really quickly, I can't smell it anymore. If you put it on clothes, it lasts all day, sometimes 2 days.
Can it go bad? Can perfume go bad?
It will go bad if it's basically exposed to light. If you put it on the windowsill in full sunlight, it'll go bad in 3 weeks.
You just cook it with light.
Fry it.
You keep it in the box, or you keep it in a dark room, but don't put it in bright light because nothing's going to wreck it like that.
In darkness, well stoppered, they keep 100 years.
Is there a scent that drives a man wild?
Roast chicken.
In the book, I do say bacon, and I've been testing this for some time. I believe it's true.
It is bacon, yes.
It's wonderful, and we should, full disclosure, you're very passionate about your work. In fact, it brought you together. You're now married.
Yes.
You were
married.
That's right.
Fell in love writing the book?
Absolutely.
Yes, we share a perfume collection.
Basically, I don't think anyone could stand us because all we do is talk about perfume. It's pretty much lucky that we married each other as opposed to making other people miserable.
Perfect match for you two. Thank you very much. Do we get to keep this, or is this from Diane's dressing room?
Yes, it is.
All of it.
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you both. You'll find an excerpt from the book on our website at abcnews.com. We'll be right back. I have seen a little bit. This is like her.
Good Morning America's Savvy Shopping Secrets is brought to you by the